Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
A number of scary headlines around potential disasters hit yesterday after a 8.8 magnitude earthquake off Russia's, ready for this, Kamchatka Peninsula. I think that's right. It triggered tsunami alerts for Hawaii, Alaska, Japan, and other places. Turns out that, those warnings were good, but they didn't actually bring with them massive tsunamis that cause massive damage as of right now. Additionally, a report came out that said experts are warning that in 2032, an event could take place where an asteroid that they thought was on the path for the Earth will hit the moon. And if that collision takes place, it could send meteor showers to Earth. So I don't want to miss a thing. That's all I'm going to say about that. We need to get our friends Aerosmith on this right now.
Number 6.
Alabama lawmakers, spurred on by the Bibb County sexual abuse case, are correctly pushing for legislation to allow the death penalty to be handed out for child rapists. This is perfectly fine, and we should do this. Steve Marshall has talked about this before, and he's talking about it again. And listen to me good. Ghouls like Mallory Hagan are nonsensically attacking those calling for the death penalty for pedophiles. So why is she operating as a pedophile protector per se? I don't understand why she's doing that. But she's nonsensically attacking people who are calling for the death penalty for child molesters. Okay, so it's an odd choice, but you go, Miss America.
Number 5.
Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall and 15 other attorneys general, which is the way you're supposed to say the plural of that, urged Congress to block shield laws in Democrat-run states that forbid cooperation with investigators in states like Alabama that have strong abortion laws. Now, I don't know. I'm going to disagree with Steve Marshall on this, and we're going to talk about this. And I think, they should be able to do this. I'll put it to you this way. Let's say they pass some ridiculous laws in New York, and they say that if you commit these acts in, Alabama, we're going to punish you in New York for it. Would Alabama lawmakers be okay with Alabama law enforcement helping New York make that case? I don't know. I need to talk to Steve Marshall about that, and we will do that tomorrow here on this program. But I'm kind of torn on this story, but they're going for it.
Number 4.
United States Senator Katie Britt is continuing to be the tip of the spear here, and she needs to be. She continues to make the argument that Democrats are, how do I put this, lying. I know. Repeat myself. They're lying about Medicaid cuts and things of that nature. She makes the argument accurately that Republicans are wanting to protect the safety net programs by making sure that we are not wasting money on them. The Centers for Medicaid and Medicaid Services have found 2.8 million people, this is from Britt, are potentially enrolled in 2 or more duplicative government programs, wasting $14 billion a year. Illegal aliens are involved. Able-bodied adults, 19 to 64, without dependents under 14. They're involved. She says this, hardworking taxpayers are supporting stay-at-home sons for far too long. I love stay-at-home sons. I don't know. I've heard that term before, but it's just a funny line. Stay-at-home sons. I want to be a stay-at-home son.
Number 3.
Governor-elect coach United States Senator Tommy Tuberville propose using tariffs to address the nearly $37 trillion national debt, emphasizing economic strategies to bolster fiscal responsibility, even though tariffs will not pay off the debt. I mean, it's a nice thought, and it's better to do that than to do what we're hearing from some people. It's like, hey, let's give a $600 rebate to people. I don't care about that. The $600 rebate doesn't do much for me. I'm not interested in it. I'm sorry. I think that's a bit of but it's vote buying. Well, I'll put it that way. But we are not going to pay off the tariffs with $37 trillion debt with tariffs. It's a good idea. I mean, throw the money that way if you want. I don't got any problem with that. But maybe we should just stop adding to the debt and then slowly work our way out. Maybe do that instead.
Number 2.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, a complete scumbag and a Democrat from New York, wants the Epstein files released and the intelligence community to do a threat assessment on them. Well, convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer is saying that she will only speak publicly about the Jeffrey Epstein case to Congress if she is granted full immunity for her testimony, which they should just give her and let her speak freely, by the way. I mean, that's what they need to do. And that's exactly what they need to do. And they give it to her. Just give it to her. Stop this nonsense. Republicans, what are you doing? What are you doing? And stop messing with this. You're getting killed by this, and rightly so, you dum-dums. It just doesn't make any sense. Put the information out. This is all you got to do. God, it's just really irritating.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
All right, President Donald Trump told Russia, hey, you guys need to knock this off. I don't know, stop me if you've heard this one before. They said, you guys need to knock this off. And he said, you got 10 days. You got 10 days to knock this off. You got 10 days to quit this, and you better figure it out here soon. Now, Donald Trump has significantly shifted on Russia here. It was my theory early on that he did not care how this thing ended. He just wanted it over. And I think he's still in that particular place. He has thrown down the gauntlet, said 10 to 12 days, and now he said 10 days. He said if this continues, they're going to support Ukraine more with weaponry and the green light to hit further and further into Russia if Russia refuses. Now, both nations are like, yeah, whatever, dude. I mean, that's basically where they're at. But there was another far more ominous response, and that comes from Dmitry Medvedev. Now, you may know Medvedev. Medvedev is the guy who might be worth noting was the guy that Barack Obama leaned on and said, hey, tell Vladimir that I'm a liar and I'm a no good piece of human garbage. So I'm lying to the American people, and you can do whatever you want. Just don't do anything until after I'm elected. A lot of people don't remember that moment. It's a big moment in world history. It's when the president of the United States told Vladimir Putin to do whatever the hell he wants, and America doesn't care as long as Barack Obama gets elected. That kind of set a lot of these wheels in motion. A lot of people don't want to think about that. But Dmitry Medvedev has said, oh, that's an interesting threat there. Here's another threat for you. Maybe we invade another country. That's the threat. He said, maybe we just invade another country. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we go in and go after a third country. What are you going to do about that? So, we've got an interesting development here. And it is the top story. It really is. You have Russia basically saying, oh, yeah, you want to threaten us? What if we just invade a third country? What about that? Or another country? What if we do that? I keep saying third country. It'd be Ukraine, Russia, and one more. But what if we just do that? So that's a big story. It's the number 1 story. It won't be treated like the number 1 story because the Epstein story, but it is the number 1 story that you should be talking about today. Let's take a quick time out. When I come back, Emily's legal future is in doubt. I'm sure she wants to hear a little bit about it. Let's talk about that next. Stay tuned.
Get WBNN stale checks and 7 things you should be talking about today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.